going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for a Group 3 race on Gran Turismo Sport. So everything is going to be giving a adjusted, updated commentaries for given the moment. So looks like time to get ready to race on Autodromo De Interlagos for 5 laps of racing until this will might be prepared. So maybe this is going to be able to burst up to start out for today. So looks like this is going to be able to have to use with the Audi R8 LMS 2015 with a Autodromo World Tour Library Team Victory on it. And this is going to get very excellent to be able to have a best recommended choice for giving the first attempt for this week. So it will might be getting better. So I'll just have to make sure this is going to be giving a good challenging ways to be able to toughen up to that this will might be able to get ready. So everything is quite giving a one better fix that this is might be able to do much better. So well, I hope that this is going to be able to do it much better if this is going to be quite possible. But well, I'm just going to be able to keep going for having a commentary that this is might be able to stay on it. So right now, just going to make sure that this is going to be able to have better sound levels once might be able to have a better race that this is might be able to go for. Now, this is going to be given a good balance of performance that this is might be given to recommend. So 93% of the power ratio and 108 on the weight reduction. So everything is going to be quite getting settled in and get everything ready up and go. Now let's go and get started for this race, and then let's see how I could probably able to take a lot more turns that this is might be able to get better to do it. So it is going to be very challenging to be able to have to get there. So time to bring out the Audi R8 Team Victory library, and then this is going to be good to go. So changing up a different racing outfit that this is might be able to get better. So it is definitely might be able to have cross-dressing racing moment that this is going to be might needed before the race begins. So just going to have to give a lot more time to be able to get everything started. So just going to make sure everything is going to be quite getting a little bit handful if anything else might be go as possible. Okay, just going to get everything ready, and then this is going to be able to take the hot lap that this might be able to get better to do it. But well, just going to have to giving a little bit much more better ways to be able to take a good hear of the car sound that might need it for, but whenever might be able to change it. So just going to have to make sure, just going to have to take a little bit update that this is definitely might be able to have to give better commentary after this. So it only takes up for determination that this will might be needed for. Alright, so looks like this is going to giving a little bit focus, so I hope that this is going to be quite very challenging that whenever I need to do it, it will might be very good, since I just definitely remember using with the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT3 2016 with the Team Victory library on it. So that was definitely might be giving the good days that I just finally won in first place. So good thing I just barely remembered it, because this is definitely very challenging to be able to work hard to keep up for having a better driver rating. But looks like times have changed, and this is going to be very different if I could probably able to take it. That could be able to take a lot more better if I could probably able to take it. Oh yeah, just giving a little bit reminder, because it is definitely might be able to have a few short days until the next update arrives. So good thing that we just really enjoying the Nürburgring World Tour live stream event going on, because that was pretty awesome that we just barely wanted to see it, because rain conditions is definitely might be arrive anytime soon. So good thing that all-wheel drive rally cars are definitely might be pretty good to be able to race on the rain course. That could be quite very slippery that we might be able to learn to stay focused and maintain. Good thing that it is definitely might be pretty good to have dynamic weather conditions since Gran Turismo 5 and Gran Turismo 6. That would be quite very good to be able to be arrive in GT Sport in the next few days for until the update arrives. So maybe until June 27 that this is going to be able to arrive anytime soon. So just going to make sure this is going to be able to take a lot more safe time to be able to get everything ready. Alright, This is going to get everything better until this is going to be might needed, but it is going to be giving a little bit struggle to be able to stay on it. Just going to get a little bit throttle maintained to be able to do a well managed to keep up on it. It's all about taking balance, but this is going to be might needed to do it. So it might get better until this is going to be able to take plenty of chances to be able to keep up, to be able to keep going faster. All right, there you go. 1 minute and 35 seconds is on the way, and then this is going to get pretty rough to be able to take a little bit much more time to take the first turn after taking a good lap that this might be coming in for. All right, so looks like this is going to get pretty challenging. So brake balance is definitely might be able to use by 2 on the rear. So if possible that this might be needed to be able to change up, that Will might be able to get a good balanced position, that this will might be able to avoid losing control by giving the effect. Now, this is going to be about to try to keep up and catching up the Ghost. That could be pretty tougher, that this is going to be might needed for having a 5-lap challenge, that this might be able to get started. Okay, stay on the behind. That could be my best position, that this might be needed to do it to keep going to reach up for having some more speed. That could be my only best opinion to be able to keep everything going. Okay, stay on the throttle, and then this is going to be able to get better. Alright, still going on, and then this is going to get very nearly closer to be able to have to take a little bit short distance, that this wheel might come close. This wheel might give a perfect chance to be able to keep going faster, to go up higher. So this is going to get very excellent to be able to take 4-lap practice to be able to get there. But this is going to get very longer to be able to take the inside at the first turn. That could be very roughly if we must be careful. Okay, everything's good. Now, this is going to be able to stay behind. If anything else might be giving a little bit handling problems, that this might be needed to take a little bit practice to get there. Or even whenever you're going to have to land the apex at the blind corner, that could be giving the possible ways to be able to get there. Okay, let's just going to have to take this turn, and then just going to have to do very carefully, that this is going to get very cautious, that this might be needed to get there. Okay, go. That could be giving a little bit slowest ways to be able to get there. Just going to give with brake balance 1, that this is going to be might needed to be able to make a good, well-balanced position if this might be needed to be able to use. Alright, just gonna have to take a little bit of practice to take the slipstream, if I could probably take it. That could be giving the one climbing up ways to be able to get there. Alright, 4 lap is done. Now, this is going to be able to take a warm-up until this might be able to give a lot more better to do it. That could be giving a 1 concentration to take it nice and steady. First turn is going to be very roughly if this might be able to get better to do it. But this is going to be able to take concentrations, that this might be able to take a little downhill and uphill, that this might be able to go for the other ways to get there. And evenly, the blind corner is definitely tricky, so this is going to be able to stay on the tarmac, but don't get caught up on the outside. That could be able to end up on the penalty line. If you really wanted to take it, this is going to get pretty much more needed to be able to take a lot more skills to be able to take everything going on for. But it's always getting a little bit harder to be able to get there, but always has to be able to stay on the tarmac of the track, that this is going to be able to take plenty much more times to be able to get there. Now, looks like it only has 10 seconds left until if this is going to be able to get everything ready up and go. So this wheel might get everything set up until this wheel might be able to get ready. Time to join in for the session of this race until this wheel might get prepared. So just gonna have to give one more straight until this is might be giving a good check until this wheel might get prepared. Alright. Warm up is done after taking 4 laps of practice, and now let's join in for a session. So this is going to be able to take a lot more better to do it. So take a good look for having one good qualifying time. 1 minute and 32 seconds. That could be quite very challenging to be able to do it. But if we might be able to have to work hard, but this is going to be able to have to choose a better Group 3 car for having an FR drivetrain, that this one might get better to do it. So probably giving the best recommended choice to be able to is definitely might be able to go stronger or faster. Any Group 3 cars could probably take the time. This is going to be giving a lot more improved turn that this is might be able to get there. Now let's go and get started. This is going to be able to take a minute warm up to be able to get ready. So I hope that this is going to be able to have to take a good win to represent Team Victory from Autodromo World Tour. But this might get better if this might be goes possible to do it. So let's see how it goes well, and this is going to be giving a good opportunity that this might be able to get everything going. Let's do it. Now this is going to be able to take a lot more turns that this might be able to go after a pit out. Now I hope that this is going to be able to take plenty of more accelerations to be able to get there. Now, we'll make sure that this is going to be able to get everything ready to go. So let's go and take that warm-up training session complete, and let's proceed to the rolling start of the race that this one might get prepared. Now, I hope that this might be very challenging to be able to keep going. So I just want to make sure this is going to be able to do the best race whenever I can, but it is going to be very challenging to do it. Now, let's go and get everything started for this race, and then this is going to be giving a good start for having a rolling start to be able to get everything going on. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take plenty much more chance to be able to start out on 15th place. Will Team Victory Audi R8 LMS could probably make it to reach to the top? Well, the answer is I have to find out, because this is going to be able to take a very good comfortable race that might be able to give a good chance to do it. Alright, here we go. Let's take the starting line, and then this might give a good rush to be able to get there. Gonna have to take the slipstream. Might give a good first start to do it. And then here it goes, giving a braking point that this might immediately to be able to get there. Okay, looks like, man, lag. Just gonna have to be on the lookout for some lag. That could be interrupting for having a nice race that this might be able to do it. Alright, just gonna have to take a little bit slipstream up, and then braking point goes in. Well, I know that this is going to get very roughly, that this might be able to be very careful on the penalty. Oh man, just going to have to be very careful. Sometimes penalties might be having a problem that we might be careful with. Okay, stay slow and steady, and then keep going and re-accelerate again, and this might be able to go in for it. I just really want to have to be able to stay on it. Okay, looks like a mistake has definitely occurred. Just gonna have to be very precisely, and then one opponent is on ghosting. And now, back on in for it. Okay, just try to keep it loose. Oh man. Oh my gosh. This is gonna get very roughly if we must be careful. Oh man. Ah, snap. That could be the hardest thing that we might be able to learn to be careful, not to collide each other. Well, looks like that was one tough humiliation. That was an embarrassing moment. Well, I kind of say that this is going to be able to force to slow down onto the penalty line, but just going to have to go for safety's on. traction controls that this is going to be able to do it. Oh man. Well, somehow that could be giving a little bit uncomfortable ways to be able to do it. Hazard lights needed, and then this might go in for it. Okay, looks like the yellow flag just definitely might be called in for it. Well, looks like this is going to get very roughly that this is definitely might be having a long ways to be able to get in first place. Oh man, total humiliation. We tried to be able to learn to maintain of this race, but we might be able to have to be very careful, but it is going to be very roughly to do it. I don't know that this might be able to save this one for the first one until the next one that might be able to come in for a curve. So just want to make sure if anything else might be okay, if this is going to be able to work out very perfectly to be able to stay on it. Well, can't say that this is going to be able to stay focused if we might be able to do it. Alright, third lap is going to be on the halfway there, and the others have definitely made it to be able to stay on it. So I hope that this is going to be able to have the first part that this might be able to use for a mid-engine race car. Probably might be able to go with the FR until the next one, because that could be giving a good, better ways to be able to go for. Okay, going in. Alright, stay safe. That could be giving a good blind corner. This might be able to go for better ways. Well, I hope that this is going to be able to take a little bit much more concentration, that this is going to be able to keep a good eye on it. Staying focused means giving a one TCS control that this might get better to do it. But I know that this is going to get very roughly that this might be able to go in for. Oh, looks like a 0.5 second penalty. That could be giving one good ways that this is going to be able to take a little bit less decreased time by giving a short amount of it. Okay, just stay on it, and then this is going to be able to get there. Okay, looks like they finally made it in the fourth lap. I hope that this is going to be able to get better to do it, so it is going to be able to take plenty more distance where that comes for it. Okay, let's go, and then take that inside turn is going to be able to do it. I hope I could probably able to take a lot more turns to do it. Oh man. Okay, looks like this is going to giving a little bit roughly that this is going to be able to learn for a little bit stability for it. Now, it is a total embarrassing that if we might be able to have a giving a little bit fixed that this is going to be might needed to do it, but it might go very properly to be able to go as a professional racer that this is going to be able to take a lot more better ways to get there. Okay, so looks like 13th place is going to get very harder to be at the last place, that this is going to be a little bit decreased driver rating that this might come to effect, because it always having errors or definitely might be having a little bit slightly mistaken that if this is might be able to do it. Now looks like just going to have to go in, and then this is going to be able to have one more lap until this is going to be able to do it. Alright, just going to stay on it, but well, looks like I used to be able to try to keep up onto the top, but it gets a little bit harder on the bottom, but it's always getting a little bit difficult that this is might be able to get there. Final lap is on its way, and then looks like they're about to be able to finish this race already. Okay, it's going to get better. Just going to stay on it. Alright, perfect landing on the apex on the flying corner, and then this might get better. Well, I hope that this is going to be able to have a first segment is going to be giving a one good reminder check that this is going to be able to save the race. But it is going to be very roughly if we might be able to learn to stay stronger and stay faster to do it. Okay, very good. This is going to be able to make it closer to be able to reach up onto the finish line, and then this is going to be able to have 38-second time, so this might be able to make it last. Alright, take that final stretch, and then this is going to be able to have a race well done until this might get clearer and better to do it, so just going to have a lot more better earnings to do it. Alright, there we go. Finally made it at last. Well, looks like all of us have definitely might be very careful if we must to be able to have to stay struggle if we might be able to learn a lot more concentration to be able to get in for. Now, looks like this is going to be able to have to get plenty of much more work that this is going to be might needed to have an increased driver rating that this one might be able to get better. So right now, that could be very challenging if we must to be able to stay focused to be able to stay on it. Now, let's just go and get that small earnings, and then daily workout is already complete. Well, I hope that this is definitely might be pretty good too. So I'd really like to congratulate to Fendi Mustang 9410 and R4M Mike the Sting for doing a good job by using the Lexus RCF GT3 prototype race car 2016. So they did pretty good. That was a very good race, you guys. Good game, you two, who have finally reached in first and second. That was a very good race that might be keep going on for. Really appreciate of your best support and giving the good best ways to do it. So we'll make sure that we might be able to have to try to keep up, because this is going to be able to take a lot more better to do it. Well, looks like we've been had if we might be able to have a better good clean race, so we'll make sure we have to be much careful next time, so we'll make sure we'll do it right. Now, this is going to be very excellent to see for today's daily workout complete, since I just finally received a Shelby GT350. Now, always gonna have to keep in track for some better ones in the next time until maybe the usual might be able to get better. So right now, a Nissan GT-R Nismo is definitely might be received for today, so that might get everything better. Now, this is gonna be very challenging that might be able to do it, but it is gonna be very tougher that we might be able to avoid getting too overpowered while taking a lot more improved corner turns that this is going to get very challenging for. But, well, kind of say that this is going to be giving the good ways to be able to have to use with the Audi R8 with the Autodromo Wheel Tour library. So, well, better have to be able to get started for the next Group 3 race. So, this might be getting better to be able to use with the Mercedes AMG GT3, since I just definitely took first place in the championships test season. So, that might worked out very well to do it. So I'll make sure that this is going to be able to get ready. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for reaching up a 100 subscriber goal. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads if you like, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more if you're interested. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the daily race on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.